Uh,
Just waiting for the teams to figure their stuff out.
be nice if they figured it out sooner than later so I can go eat food
Right.
because I need to make my food. Unless you'd be okay with me leaving for 8 minutes.
I would prefer to not have to solo cast game 5.
I mean, it'd be bad. It could only be like 8 minutes.
Still, it's a lot of self-spent energy.
It's okay. Prism's here. Ask Prism.
Yeah. Prism, I'm gonna cast while you play. All right. So TPR are gonna be role swapping here. Viper's gonna be in the jungle. Prism in 80 carry.
I think for now, then, go grab some more drinks. So I'll at least do that then, since you want me to make
Yes.
food.
You can go grab some drinks.
You are now permitted.
Oh.
I'm back.
All right, both teams are ready. We can get into pick ban finally. Hopefully, maybe, if we're lucky.
And we're in the game 5, yeah.
All right, probably going to be taken away from Spoder. That's a little interesting because they still need to get rid of that Darius and that Garen, I think. So we'll see what they actually decide to end up banning. This means we could potentially see some of Acarcion stuff make it through, but Rakan, he's going to get banned away instead, which means we've got a potential world where Garen, Darius, Azir, and Anivia all make it through this ban phase. So we'll see what this last ban is from TPR, but definitely a big adaptation here. And the Aurelia taken away from 15, as also the Thresh means Nezumi probably going to be going towards that Alistar. But we'll have to see what they end up doing here. Definitely a big change up here. A lot of things left up for Amp, so we'll see how much this might affect TPR's pick ban phase, because with Amp having the red side, they can grab a lot of power picks at once.
Yeah, there's at least 4 that I can think of right now. Garen, Darius being open, Anivia, or like you said, Azir.
Yep.
And then on top of that, even like the Braum. Like the Braum was also open
Yeah.
too, so they decided to go for that.
Yeah, they are going to steal the Alistar away, meaning they want to pitch Nezumi Spool, put him back onto something like the Braum, where it's hard for him to make really big plays. He can help his team out a lot on the Braum, but Braum, not the big playmaking support that we're used to seeing from Nezumi. We'll see what he ends up gravitating towards. We're going to see a potential Shen coming through. This could be flexed either top or support. We'll see which one it goes to. I have seen Nezumi play Shen support in another league, so it might go towards him.
Yeah, and Shen support just seemed more of the standard, while Shen top is the thing still. I just feel like personally, Shen support is better. He just provides better shields in the support role, as when you generally go support, you have the ability to rush lock it, versus in top, you're kind of going like the half bruiser, full HP type thing, and you don't even really get locket, and then the locket doesn't really add on to the shields that he already provides, which I personally just like Shen support more, especially when I play it anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Prism's going to grab the Tristana, coupled with that Alistar. The Kai'Sa did go back over to Gummy. I was talking earlier about how I feel like it's potentially the most valuable AD carry in the meta and in this set specifically. So that's a big boon for Amp having that. And I will see if 15 tries to get himself something here. It is going to be the Urgot that could go over to Sonic, or 15. We'll see where it goes. But that is something that has not been really been played yet this set. Or no, it got played in the early games, but it had to no success.
Yeah. Which, and at that time too, I think it was on Amp's side that played Urgot before. So
Yes, it was Spoder. He's going to grab himself the Darius. And we'll see if we get the return of form for Spoder. And that does also confirm it as a Shen support. Unless that's the Darius mid.
yeah, but I don't think Accurcio plays Darius. Not saying that Darius is a hard champion to learn, but mean that he is pretty simple in terms of spell rotations. It's mostly just learning how to properly get your stacks.
Hey, up, Ari taken away from 15. The Anivia, they're starting to hit a Carcion's pool. Expect to see an Azir next, because if you give Azir over to a Carcion, that is comfort on comfort on comfort across Amp's board. So they've got to start hitting that and then try and get themselves some decent lane matchups, because Urgot, I think he struggles a little bit into Darius. Darius not as useful after the laning phase, but I think with how good Spoder is at taking over the laning phase, he should be able to translate any advantage he builds.
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a skill matchup when it comes to the lane, just because, especially once they both hit 6, they both have the ability to kill each other. Urgot can kind of kite the Darius if he plays the lane right. And then should Darius miss his Q, then he can just rotate in and get his E and W off and get really good chunks.
Yeah, the hard part is for Urgot is he's so short ranged, and when he uses his W, it actually does a self slow, which really lets the Darius get on top of him and just start punishing him. Now, Again, Urgot can maybe get a flip off, reposition the Darius, whatever he needs to do. But I think Urgot is going to have a very hard time keeping his distance versus the Darius, which is one of the biggest things for Urgot in most matchups is he gets to attack you from long range and do a lot of damage, but it doesn't really work that way into the Darius.
Yeah, it'll be more of a matter of if Urgot can position his passive autos to return damage to the Darius, and maybe depending on how well Viper gains.
Yeah, and we are going to figure out here if this is going to be an Urgot mid or an Urgot tower. Kindred has been locked in already, meaning they're going to have a really strong sense of damage. 3 auto attack based champions right now, Tristana, Urgot, and Kindred. It is going to be Urgot top. Oriana picked up for 15. See what they answer with. Azir has been left up. Lux was the ban. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Karsion grab the Azir. That's going to be so much hyper carry potential from this team between the Kaiser, between the Azir. And yep, he does lock it in. Gets his signature pick. A Karsion going to try and prove himself on this. Try and punch their way to the finals. Coming back with the reverse sweep potentially. And TPR want to try and get there. Get those Black Jaguar meetups in the finals. And it is all going to come down to this game. We're in a best of 1 at this point. I think the only AD carry right now that can stand up to Kai'Sa is Lucian. That's because he just wins so hard in the early game. But Kai'Sa's early game is still better than most other champions, despite being the best late game AD carry. And she turns on so early that I think Kai'Sa is definitely the best, especially because AMP have been playing a slower game and neutralizing stuff, right? TPR have not been punishing the bot lane since the first 2 games. So we'll see if the Kai'Sa pops off like she did last game.
I personally do just think Kaisa's kit overall is just way better. Like her kit is just like far too good for any AD carry to have. Like she can do either AP or AD. She has percent HP damage with her passive that also does bonus damage when it procs. It's an insane amount of damage that comes through.
Yep.
She has an insane amount of move speed. She also, on top of that, has an invisibility spell, which is ridiculous. And then on top of that, she also has a repositioning ult and an AoE Q. Like,
Yep.
literally everything about that champion is just broken.
She's got an
Like
attack
whoever
speed
designed,
steroid that turns her invisible.
like it's just crazy.
Right.
Like how ridiculously good she is. Definitely one of the champions that I ask Riot, whoever designed that, why did you create such pain and suffering in the bot lane? Or for that matter, really anywhere, because technically she can be played anywhere. The glory days of the Kaisa jungle. You can, but the question is how can the question is can you abuse her? Well, you can.
Right. It's
Most,
easy to
most
say, "Oh, this character's not good." You just have to beat them, right? It's like, well, I mean, that's. I mean, you just have to beat anybody, right?
yeah.
There's champions maybe you can't abuse so much, like a Caitlyn, but most AD carries can be abused. That's why they have supports. It's literally why supports are around. What's
Yeah.
the bet? It's like 2 messages above you, champ.
New contest. 12 to wait. When that be? The game ends.
Yes, all it does say all game. Total towers all game, not on just one team.
Isn't 12 the max amount of towers?
I don't believe so.
3, 6. Oh, okay.
I think there's like 18 or
There's
something.
3, 6, 9. There's 13.
13 total?
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Yeah. There's 9 total towers in lane. That's including the inhib towers, and then there's 2 towers on base.
Right. Now there's 2 sides.
What? But there's 9 to lane, and there's 2 towers on each inhib. 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 2 is
I
13.
think you're smoking something.
No. Am I really wrong? 3, 6, 9, 11, 13.
Right. Each side
How am
has
I
3
wrong?
towers per lane.
Yeah. So if they get 12,
And there's 3 lanes.
that means 1 tower can be left up for that to work.
No, no.
Yeah,
Unless
we'll
I'm
count when I get it.
There's 22 total towers. There's 2 sides of the map,
There's
DHA.
Wait.
I'm just going to let you count once we get into game because you're wrong. What was your best score in math?
Is it sad if I say math was my highest?
That is very sad.
It's probably the only class I actually did good in.
Yeah, each side has 11 towers because they've got 3 per lane.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I get that it's game 5, but that's a little...
One little tower left up all game.
Their path is destined to cross ours.
Ah!
That's another thing that needs to go on the soundboard. DHA trying to do math.
Shut up, Canadian. Not counting them.
All right. Well, this game is definitely going to be interesting. 15 is on a much more controlled pick, not something that really I'm going to expect to just hard pop off. Into an Azir, though, I think it's a fine matchup for Orianna. Both of them are control mages. Neither one of them looking for too much, too crazy. But Acarcion, much more known for his Azir than 15 is for his Orianna. Which means I expect to see more of Acarcion in this mid lane. And I think with the comp that they've drafted, Amp got everything that they really wanted. Prism, I don't know how comfortable he is on something like the Tristana. Wow, another 500 bits from Champ. Going all in for his TPR squad. You already put 25 bucks in today. You and Andy have given me 35 bucks today. That's pretty decent. That's a... I've been here for...
Decent. That's more than a full meal.
Oh, I'm looking at from like $1 per hour. How much am I getting paid to do this cast right now? I've been casting for 4.5 hours right now. So... Now I'm the one that needs to learn how to do math, but I'm trying to cast at the same time, keep an eye on
Wait,
everything.
you're casting, so that means I'm casting for free.
Yeah. The staff application did say you're not going to get paid. Are you fine with this?
Wait, what is this? I'm done. I'm done with this job.
It's like $8 an hour.
Really?
Assuming I did my math right, which I might not be.
I was gonna say.
But at least I'm not like hard trying to say like no, I'm correct here.
Fuck off.
It's only well, 10 plus 25, but I think it's only 12 actually, as now Samuel with a nice knock up there. Gummy's taking a little bit of damage back. I think this actually favors TPR a lot, as they only lost health on one member, but almost halved two.
I do not believe anybody bet over as far as I saw.
I can check that. What? Yes, there were some people that bet over. We've got 7 entrants, 18,000 points in this pot.
Pot.
It's like weed. But
Wait, what do you mean it's like weed?
pot, it's like weed.
Pot is weed.
Right, or it, it could be a metal pot or a prize pot.
Yeah, But I think most people, when they hear pot, they're like, weed.
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, it's like weed, pot. Jesus Christ, it's been a long day.
This series has gone too long. We had two 40-minute games. It's not fair.
Yeah, yeah, especially in this kind of meta, we are in a faster meta. Kind of expect
We
it to go a
shall
little bit
remember this
quicker.
theft.
Oh boy, weed's now legal in Canada. Oh boy, I'm so excited. If you can't tell, I'm not. Um, but bot lane is pretty much
So
gonna go even. A lot of threatening posturing here from Nazumi, looking like he wants to threaten him. A really good position on his sword too, because it's in a spot where if Prism wants to go for farm, he kind of has to, worry about getting that sword pulled on him and all that extra damage going on to Nazumi if he goes aggro. So they're playing it pretty safe down there. Samuel playing more back than he was in the last couple games. So
yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like they're playing as aggressive in the bottom lane, as apparently there seems to be a dog problem.
that's fantastic. Hopefully,
Rah 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 ma. I actually have not seen whatever happened to Lady Gaga. Is she even still around?
I don't know. I haven't heard of her in a long time.
Like, she got big in the mid 2000s, came out with like 3 albums. Everybody was like obsessed with her because she was so crazy, and then she just like dropped off the face of the earth. She's like, I'm not around anymore. I'll see you guys later. Is that true?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to what you said.
No, what's his face said? Spooner said 2 minutes of pause time left.
No, that is incorrect. Because it is game 5, they get a refresh of 5 minutes. Or of up to 5 minutes.
What do you mean that's random? Bliss started typing in chat a Lady Gaga song. Why is that random?
He's bored. It's game 5. Nothing's happening.
Did nobody here ever listen to Lady Gaga?
No
Am
one's
I the
ever
only
heard of
one?
Lady Gaga. Who's Lady Gaga?
Okay. Okay. I see what it is now. You guys are just making fun of me now.
Yeah, dude. We've got to have that a token guy that everyone just makes fun of.
Yeah, the memer. The guy that just somehow becomes the meme
Just
of the
turns.
entire organization.
Yep. That's you.
Yay!
Woohoo.
See, Kiara, or not Kiara, Canadian Champ knows who she is.
Pretty sure everybody does, and we're just giving you crap.
Okay.
We are saying some pretty aggressive jungling from Blister, actually going in and stealing Kindred's Krugs right now. And he's got a CS lead too, which is pretty helpful for him. I'm still a little depressed that he didn't go for the Predator, and he's going to find a really nice body slam onto Samuel. He's going to get burst down so fast there. Wow. Samuel just got destroyed.
Yeah, and that was even through the Tristana heal coming through. Like, I mean, I don't even see him gain any HP. It just disappeared after he got chained. But that is Gragas and Shen. Once he gets stunned and taunted, and then the power of Kaisa passive.
Yeah, and
ridiculous.
Headbutt, not one of those things that's going to beat out Body Slam from the Gragas, so probably should have just seen a flash coming from Samuel, because he tried to headbutt the Gragas away, but again, he still got knocked up by it. Nazumi was able to find the taunt, and there was just no way out for him, so he did go down. Should have just burned his flash.
And unfortunately, Gragas Body Slam, for whatever reason, just having, what is that, the advantage, I guess, over every other spell in the game.
Yeah, I'm going to call it priority. There's this... I'm going to make a Smash Brothers reference. It's typically when some spells will beat out other spells, even though arguably they shouldn't. It's typically called priority, where, like, arguably, again, why would this spell cancel this other spell, or, why would its effect beat out this one? But Body Slam, one of those things that has priority over most spells.
I do not believe there's many that block it, other than certain walls, like an Azir.
Yeah, well, and so there are things, again, back to Smasher, there are moves that are disjointed, right? Where it's not a hurt box of your character. Body Slam, I think it's technically not actually a hurt box of Gragas, which is why it has priority, whereas Headbutt is. But things like Thresh Flay, it's not a hurt box for Thresh, so it does take priority over other things. Azir Wall, that's going to take priority because it's not a hurt box. It will break through it. Um, but that is basically how that works. If it's disjointed, it's not actually a physical hurt box for your character, unlike Headbutt, then it will get beaten, or it will beat most other things. And I do believe a Body Slam actually extends past Gragas, which is why it doesn't beat out Headbutt. That's
Yeah,
also
it
why it hits you from so far away, where you're like, that hit me? And it's like, yeah.
yeah.
But, oh, a little bit of a missed shuffle there from Acarcion. Tried to find a pick onto 15. That would have been a pretty good find for him.
Yeah, I think having Azir banned on him so many times kind of put him a little off.
Yeah, and he's trying to go in. Now Sonic trying to get a trade versus Spoder. Not going to get too much done, but yeah, I mean, Acarcion, he's not winning CS, but definitely winning the war of attrition. He has that health lead. Pretty much even in mana might as well be. So he's technically kind of winning this lane, and I'd say the pressure that he's got as well is definitely going to be felt quite heavily as 15 just cannot find any meaningful damage back onto the Azir.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Oriana just being a champion that naturally in most lanes just takes the loss versus other champions isn't really known for much of her dueling potential unless it's like something like a melee champion early where she can abuse the range.
Yeah, but here comes the gank down bot, a flashing from Sanger, but he's not able to find the trample. Didn't get the pulverize off either, which means the bot lane for Amp get out completely free. Only a couple of spells used. Still pretty healthy, though. Means they're going to be just fine, and they still have this wave pushing in, which also means no more pressure to be had.
Yeah, I mean, he did find the trample, but unfortunately it was on a Shen who can easily just dash out afterwards. Didn't even have to burn the flash, not being able to land the pulverize either. Is Gummy, with pretty nice reactions, able to flash out almost immediately after Alistair went in.
Yeah, and you can see the team play coming up from Amp as well. They recognized that Kindred on the bot side was probably going to try and move towards that stack, and so they moved over Acarcion. Nezumi went for ward to make sure that she wasn't moving into that jungle, and they're just completely starving out Viper Fang from getting anywhere on this Kindred.
Now we are back to standard lanes. There's nothing really goes on this early since no team seems to really be going for much of an objective currently. 15 is kind of looking for something. I don't think he'll really be able to find anything with as pushed up as Amp is, and I'm pretty sure that we didn't walk through River, that they did see him rotate down, as there was a ward that was in the middle of the wall between Wraith and River. So, but they were pinging there, so they obviously knew he was there. Just gonna walk back and get the farm that Azir pushed into him.
Yeah. We do see Kindred and Urgot hovering around this top side, trying to get a little bit of farm for her, but Amp moving towards this dragon. They've got full priority of this bottom side of the map, so they want to try and start stacking up this neutral objective for themselves. Could be pretty good. I think they've got a really good sieging team with the Azir. Lots of potential there, but 15 looks like he wants to make a hero play. He's just going to go over the wall. He does manage to steal it, but he gets knocked up. He's going to be dying very quickly. That's going to be hard to say if that's worth, because all of Amp are rotating towards this mid side. They might try and take this tower, but Kindred is also going to start taking that Herald. Amp pinging onto it, though.
Yeah, it looks like they might know that she's over there, as Gragas and Azir are both headed over. Shen decided to stay with the Azir too. Looks like she is going to back off, though. I guess they must have seen her on there. I'm not quite sure how they did see her there. They must have seen her walk through mid somewhere.
I don't think they saw her there. They just had a feeling that she would probably be in that area, or that they maybe wanted it themselves.
Yeah,
Just
maybe they
general
gotta hit
game
this side.
sense, as he is going to get caught up by Bliss. There is no ultimate from this Gragas to knock her out of the Slam's Respite. She's going to be getting pretty low, but here comes the Shen ultimate onto the Gragas. They're going to find the taunt. He's going to go down. Now Sonic Ab's trying to find his way in, but they need to just disengage from this. A really nice ultimate from Samuel to actually counteract that knock-up from the Emperor's Divide. And now they're still looking like they want to do something, but I think they just need to kind of give this up. Prism has rotated his way down. This blue buff does actually go over to 15. That could be pretty good for him. Nazumi on the wrong side of town, but should be able to just Shadow Dash over that wall and call it good.
It's really interesting that no jungler decided to smite that away. I mean, I guess Kindred wasn't there, but Gragas was like right there.
Gragas didn't have smite, yeah.
Yeah.
So he wasn't able to actually secure it, which means 15 finds it. He's going really aggressive here. Acarcion doesn't have ult, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the taunt. Now 15 trying to get out of here. Nice flash from him. Going to be able to find the pullback with the ultimate. Now Nazumi, no flash for him. He's going to be burning down with the ignite. It's not going to be quite finding the kill yet, as he is going down there, but Acarcion finds the return kill on to Orianna.
Yeah, and again, like, these constant just overextends that TPR are doing. It doesn't matter to seem who it is. Like, there's just somebody on TPR that's just always caught overextending. Like, they really just need to start respecting the ranges of these abilities.
Right.
Or like even just having general awareness and stop zoning on like whatever it is that they're doing, because some of these extensions are just getting really silly that they're getting caught on.
Right. There were 4 members of AMP in that jungle 5 seconds ago. I think I'll push past the middle of my lane. No, you probably shouldn't, because you have no vision there. He's probably going to come around. They've got a lot of lockdowns, so a little bit of a mistake there from 15. They did get the return kill, but it went onto the support. Barely a silver lining, if any, to be had from that play.
Yeah, and even then too, like, it was more just like you like almost like forgot that Azir was like still right there after they decided to go for the Shen, and then just you sat on top of an Azir soldier that was autoing him.
Yeah, I don't know how often 15 plays against an Azir, but Viperfang's in a little bit of trouble. Lots of damage coming out from this Rage Blade. Kai'Sa, TP gets finished by Spodek a little bit questionably, as pretty much the fight had been disengaged. Carcion looking to threaten with that Emperor's Divide, but not going to shuffle in quite yet. And again, just going to be trying to posture for lane pressure, try and get this first tower down sometime soon. Amp really want to explode this lead. Already 3k up. And they want to make it an even better one. They do have 5 mid. The Herald is being dropped by Gragas. I think this tower is going to fall regardless. But a nice shockwave onto Gummy. He's going to flash out of here. Now the tower is going to fall down to the Herald now. They did clear out the wave. That will get the kill. A nice ultimate from Samuel. He's trying to disengage them, but this team isn't falling forward. The shuffle from Acarcion finds everybody, and that is going to be a triple kill, or 3 kills, not a triple kill per se, but they get so much here. Herald is dead, but they can keep going forward.
Yeah, I'm just not sure like what Samuel's like goal was there. I mean, he pretty much just went in by himself, and all of TPR were just getting zoned already by everything that was going on from AMP, and then when they did decide to finally walk up because Samuel went in, Azir just comes in and throws the rest of them into their team, and both of them just die. There was no reason to go into that 1v5. Like, you have to just understand, some towers are just gonna have to give up. Like, you cannot just defend every tower to just defend a tower.
Right.
There has to be a point when you have to just let it go.
Yeah, and
it sucks, but that's just part of League.
At some point, you have to say, I'll bleed now, but I'm going to be picking up bandages soon, and I can start trying to stop it later. Because if you just keep going at it while you're just burning out, you're going to lose even faster, right? There's now over a 5k gold lead for AMP, right? It was only about 3k. It's exploded. No towers are even on the block right now for TPR to try and take, right? They're not even close to getting one down, let alone have the map pressure to even get up to one.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to see Sonic get anything done with this Urgot. Again, and to the Darius, it's a kind of rough matchup. Can't actually win it per se, but he's only just now finishing up his Black Cleaver. He's going to try and finish shoving this wave in, but with Bliss around, he might actually get ganked and killed here.
Yeah, and he actually did just cancel his recall after seeing him push, and now Spooter's just gonna run straight in here.
Yeah, Bliss is here. The
And
body
this
slam is going to
is
knock him up quite immediately. He's burning down pretty low. The exhaust is onto the Darius, but once his ult comes up, it won't matter. That is true damage. Damage reduction means nothing there, so that's a killing spree for Spoder. 3-0 on the Darius.
yeah,
And this
and that was
is...
just almost like a preemptive flash that he probably just shouldn't have burned. Like there was no way he was gonna get out of that. He probably should have just let himself die.
Yep.
But again, another overextension from the side of TPR. Like there's these things just not be happening the way they are.
Yeah. And it's definitely just, they're playing so differently than they did in the first two games. They were aggressive, but it seemed calculated, right? They had an idea of what they were going to get done, but they're not moving as a team anymore. They're not making these smart decisions, and they're just giving everything over to Amp right now. 15 looks like he wants to make another play, but he's going to get shuffled in, forced to flash away. That means it's going to be hard for him to find the kill onto the Dragon. Amp might be able to steal it. No, Bliss does secure. He's going to go over the wall. Not going to be able to find anything quite yet as OG Prism now onto him. He's going to go pretty low, but quite tanky with that Channel. It is a little bit rough, but here comes Sonic Abs on the Urgot. Just zoning for the time being. Maybe looked like he wants to make a play, though. They just won't let it be as they start running forward. Sonic Abs now looking to try and cut off the Darius and the Azir. Carcion, no ult for him. Still has to show up if he needs it, but here comes the Pulverize. Now Carcion doing a lot of damage to Viper. Still able to flash out, but still going to get chased down. They might be able to find him, but there's the shifting Shands. He manages to escape, and there is just nothing that TPR can get done right now.
Yeah, and even after that failed to kind of engage on Oriana, like Tristana kind of, well, Shen was kind of close, a little bit too scared burning that flash, and now they got that flash along with not losing anybody there. So that's another summoner down on the side of TPR. There's 3 people on the side of TPR that don't have flashes. Now, with only the only ones that have flash are Viper and Samuel. So we'll have to see like what Amp end up doing. Looks like they are still pinging the Dragon.
And there's a good amount of pick potential for Amp as well. Once Gragas gets his flash back up, he can do a flash body slam. Nezumi on the Shen should be able to get a flash taunt off, right? There's a lot of ability to engage here, and without flashes for TPR to escape, it's going to be pretty hard.
I understand why everybody was Mia pinging the Dragon. If you actually look at the Dragon pit, there's a good reason why there was like 6 pings.
There's a lot of control words in there. So, basically all of them. Sonic look like he's gonna go aggressive, but here's Bliss gonna completely with everything, just stands there. He knows what he did. It might be a little bit rough as he actually gets hit by the disdain. There's still an Oriana ult. She might need to use it onto this Darius. Here comes the Fear Beyond Death. It should be enough to pull in the Gragas. Is he able to find his way onto the Darius? No, he's just a little bit too fast, but still a kill regardless. Gonna help TPR out a bit, but blood is still dripping down their face right now. And it's their own.
I wouldn't really say blood. I'd say more tears.
Yeah, but the shockwave lands onto the Darius. Here comes a Carcion, though, with a huge ultimate. Only sends Sonic, though, into the turret range, so he's going to tank that up, and they actually find the shutdown gold as well. It's not a whole lot. He only had 2 kills, but it is better than nothing. TPR slowly finding things here and there. Prism needs to be careful. He's going to jump away. Still gets hit by that taunt. He was in the middle of the arch. You might be in the air, but you can still be CC'd. That's going to be a kill over to Gummies. 3-0-2. Having another really good game on this Kai'Sa.
I think that is the first time I think I've ever seen anybody actually land a taunt on a Tristana mid-air.
So it might not have even been mid-air. He might have actually buffered it, but because it's a taunt, it still pulls you back in once you reach your destination, which is a very difficult thing for you to deal with as a Tristana. You know, knockups, stuns, you can buffer out of those, but a taunt will still pull you back in.
Yeah, well, I get that, but I honestly do think that play, he did actually land it mid-air.
Yeah, I think so too, but even if he hadn't, even if it had been a buffer, still would have been a dead Tristana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that there would actually be some verticality.
I know you can still do that kind of stuff mid-air.
Oh, Viper's in a little bit of trouble. Does have his ult. Not going to use it quite yet, but here comes the Fear Beyond Death. It lands onto the Shen. Now the Fear onto the Kai'Sa. She's in a little bit of trouble. Sonic Ab's going to try and kill her down, but Samuel, he's going to go down to the Noxian Guillotine. There's a kill. Shut down gold onto Gummies, and it goes onto the Oriana as well. That'll help them out quite a bit. He's getting pretty fed. 3-2-2. Going to be dishing out a good amount of damage. But back to that, I wish that there was verticality to spells, right? Like, I wish that Rocket Jump and, like, Zax's E, you're flying above. Like, why would a Flay that's going across the ground be able to, like, grab you? I don't get that.
Yeah. But then again, at the same time, I highly doubt that while our gaming design is improving, I highly doubt we're that advanced in technology.
Oh, that'd be super easy.
For coding?
Oh, yeah. To just add another, like, layer.
I guess. I feel like that would cause like so many more bugs
You overstep.
if stuff like
I
that
mean,
was in the game.
Fixing bugs is their job, though. But
Yeah, but do they?
all you have to do is
Do they?
bugs that actually matter, right? Mordekaiser bugs nobody gives a crap about.
Yeah,
If
because
there is a
nobody's
bug
ever
about
gonna play
verticality,
Mordekaiser.
that's their job to fix that, and that would actually be fairly simple to just add another dimension.
Yeah, Viper
It's
is
already a
now
3D
jungling.
game, so. But go ahead.
No, I was just answering Crisis's question. Viper is now jungling.
Yeah, I don't know why they swapped Prism down there. I think Awu just got burnt out after 3 games and just wanted to take a break. And Viper didn't really position very well in Game 4. So I think they're trying to put him on something that's a little bit more casual and let Prism kind of take the reins because Prism is a fairly slow and calculated player. And he also didn't have a great showing in the jungle Game 4 either. So at this point, swap it up because their other game plans weren't seeming to work.
Yay! War Division. Oh no, Darius.
But Darius, yeah, he does find his way onto Viper. He's getting pretty low, still has the Lamb's Respite. Here comes the Fear Beyond Death. This Darius, he's going to get pulled back in. That's going to be a pretty huge fear. He flashes forward, able to get it. The Shockwave onto 2, forces the flash out from Acarcia. Now he's doing damage with the soldiers from the back, but he still gets hit by the Headbutt Pulverizer. Really nice ult, but Prism finds his way over it. Now Bliss is one of the last members alive. He tries to get to the Blast Cone, but Prism is going to keep running forward. This is doing a lot of damage. How much more can they get off of this?
I would hope they at least go for tower over this Windrake, but it does look like they are just going to go for the Windrake. Hopefully they decide to at least go bot lane too.
Yeah, the hard part is the waves, and it's not just a Windrake. They do have a stack there for Kindred. And only being at 2 stacks, the more stacks she gets, the better. She needs to hit those 4 stacks for that increased range. So at least getting the stack makes sense because, again, she really needs that. But they should still be moving bottom lane right now because there is no TP to answer that. So Prism going to be heading down there. They're going to TP top to try and save this tower, and we'll see what all they can get done. Bliss going to try and threaten a dive, but Sonic, he's a fairly tanky Urgot. How much can he get done onto Bliss? He is burning down pretty low. Kai'Sa fairly fed. Going to use the Killer Instincts. Getting in. Can he get any more damage off? A nice stopwatch. Going to stall this out long enough. Might have his W back up, but here comes the Alistar, and oh my god, Samuel! They still find the kill, though, as Urgot goes down, but it's more shutdown gold. And that is pretty good for both teams, honestly. Shutdowns, I think, on both sides. It's going to help them both, but bot lane tower does finally fall down into TPR's favor.
Yeah, but now Spooter's top lane, so they're definitely going to have to send more people top if they do decide to still defend top, unless Spooter's just going to be distracted by all these people on the river. Doesn't seem like he's going to go for that tower now. He's going to stay down with almost no HP. A few autos away. Now Amp will have to decide when they want to go for that.
Yeah.
Sam is an animal when he actually decides that he wants to play the game.
Yeah. He popped off the first 2 games, and he literally just stood there. I'm not even, just stood there. Games 3 and 4. And I don't know what was going on there, if he was DCing, or if he just was not paying attention. Like, no, Mom, I can't go eat dinner. I don't know what's up with Sam's life. Or why he suddenly turned into one of the South Park characters. But,
Mom, Kitty's eating my cheesy poofs.
Having a little bit of a better game for himself here. They still are quite a far down in gold, but can definitely fight. And Viper Fang is having a pretty decent game for himself, despite an 0-3 and 4 score line. But here comes a little bit of a fight as Nezumi is on the front line. Acarcion looking for a flank, only going to get his ult onto one person. It's a disengage from the Kindred, as here comes the ultimate from Kindred. It's saving everybody. Sonic is barely alive. He actually walks out of it a little early, but a huge, oh my god, that was a massive E from the Darius, and now they're going to start running for the hills. They only found 1 kill onto the Darius, 2 kills already onto TPR. Now Prism pretty low, and that is a really good fight for Amp. They can possibly look towards the Baron, but they're going to start onto this tower.
Yeah, I think most of them are pretty low for the Baron. They probably could do it, but I think it is still
Oh,
kind of risky with
Nazumi.
Urgot being alive.
Nazumi Bliss could easily take that. Urgot is really low, doesn't have TP, so there's no way he could contest it. Prism really the only one that could, but he'd still have to run face first into the CC of a Gragas and a Shen. So I feel like Baron would have been the right call there, but I respect the tower at the very least. Just wish they would have gone for more, maybe.
Yeah.
Especially because with the Kai'Sa and Azir, you really shred Baron. So want to see a little bit more proactiveness from Amp, right? Assuming they win this game, which they are well in the lead to, up against someone like Battlecast who are sitting waiting for them for somebody in the finals, right? Whichever team wins this, they are going to need to be proactive because Battlecast does not skip a beat. They see a play, they take the play, and if you have the chance to take a Baron 27 minutes in and you decide to go for an inner turret instead, that is the kind of thing that could bite you in the butt later. Right now, it's not. TPR is still down. Amp still with a really, really good comp and the potential to close this one out. But just gripes, I guess.
Yeah. More so depending on which risk you want to take, if you can actually capitalize on it.
Yeah. Kai'Sa
When our
going for a little
finals,
bit.
finals of what?
When our
Our
finals,
finals, I believe, are
28th.
November.
Next Sunday.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That would be in exactly a week from now. Finals are the 28th. Second and third place match is the 27th. Kendra's going for a pretty shreddy build with the Black Leader and the Blood Razor. Really just wants to kind of break their armor, burn through their health bar. We'll see what he ends up going for next. Might see something like a Rapid Fire Cannon, get some crit. Maybe a Blade of the Rune King, just to go full shred. But, yeah.
I would assume that'd be pretty standard, especially on the side of Amp having the Darius, Gragas, and even the Shen.
Yeah,
That's eventually
ooh,
gonna
Samuel
get
walks
tanky.
forward. Really nice combo, though.
Nice shot.
Acarcion completely misses everything. The damage is split, though, as Viper can't seem to find focus with the rest of his team. They're all low, but nobody's going to fall down. And Amp do have the health bar advantage here. Samuel's really, really in danger here.
Yeah. But still, a really nice kind of disengage on the side of TPR. 15 landing a really nice shockwave on the back line in the back of that fight, stopping really the rest of that fight from going forward.
Yeah, it was a huge pulverize from Samuel as he was getting cut out, and then the shockwave to boot just made it so there was no good advance for Amp. And Acarcion tried to make a play, but screwed up the shuffle, and they could have actually turned on him and just destroyed him, but the team wasn't sure if they wanted to go for the big wombo that they had just gotten into that choke point, or split off onto the Azir that was by himself. Sadly, in the end, no one really ended up falling, so this fight meant pretty much nothing, but still, just posturing for Vision. TPR playing the Vision game around the Baron a lot better than they did the last two games, and hopefully they're not going to cede it over. I feel like they need to get Kindred down to the bot side for that stack, though.
Yeah. As they do ping the dragon, but obviously on the side of Amp, so Amp obviously see that there is a stack there. But I believe Kindred is going to get that well before even Amp show up.
Yeah, and Amp don't have a whole lot of ability to really stop this from going down, so it should go to Kindred. I think that's going to be his fourth stack finally. It is, so he's got that extra range. Just about time, 30 minutes in. It's a little rough, but still pretty good for them.
Why is it red?
Why is what red?
The scuttle, is that a bug?
I don't know. But it is another dragon picked up by the Gragas. Ooh, Kindred tried to find her way in just to seal it, but traded his life over. And with him being dead now, there's no way that TPR can actually take a fight, so Amp should just walk to the Baron. It looks like they're going for it now. They should be able to pick up that objective and just start taking control of this game over.
Yeah, I'm not sure if going for that steal was worth it. The
No.
Wind Dragon, while it is a Drake, they only just evened up the Drakes. There was no reason to try to go for that steal. Now they might even just lose Baron off of this, and there's nothing that they can really do to stop.
They might be able to try and find a fight, but there's really tanky members. All of them just chocked full of armor. They're not going to be able to find anything quite yet. Is 15 Virgin actually going to get caught by Bliss? Sonic already used his ult, which means that's going to go down. Not able to find any kill with it. Now Acarcion, this fight is split up. There goes Sonic. The Noxian Guillotine finds him. Now he's trying to get forward. The stacks are onto the Tristana, onto the Alistar as well. Gummy finds himself that kill, now 15 on the wrong side of the map. As Killer Instinct's going to be used onto Prism, he's going to fall down as well, and this is just disaster for TPR as They were doing a good job, but one mistake from Viper trying to get a dragon he had no right to. I guess like Gragas, one of the only characters that can really get you out of your ultimate, just seemed really questionable.
Yeah, and then on top of that too, again, like having two separate fights going on in the middle of a team fight. And honestly, I believe just Amp are just better at skirmishing. I mean, they have a Darius and an Azir, and even a Kaisa, all three of which can easily skirmish if you're just doing three separate fights, like in different areas.
Yeah, and the really
They're
sad thing
just
is,
not.
Amp could have won right there. If a Karsian was with them, they could have actually just pushed in with those Baron minions and won, I feel, because there's still cooldowns on the main carries right now for TPR. They're only just now respawning. But they did get the inhib, and again, playing that slow game, not really sure what their full potential is right now. So they're going to be backing off after getting that 10k gold lead. Oh, sorry, 11k. And in a pretty good spot to start closing it out.
Yeah, I would imagine if they are able to still win the next team fight, I believe that Amp should pull away with this win. And we will have gone the reverse sweep. 3-0 sweep, by the way.
Yeah.
For those of you that are just joining us, it was a 2-0 lead. It is now a 2-2 lead.
Yep. And it's going to be very hard for TPR to flub this, right? They've got two hyper carries, Azir and Kai'Sa. It's just going to shred through anybody, especially because it's not like there's any magic resist coming through yet. Like, there's a Spectre Scowl on the Urgot. I don't know why he went for such an early Thornmail against an Azir and a Kai'Sa. And a Kai'Sa's going full AP, so there's almost no physical damage actually coming through. You know, Bliss on the Gragas, all magic damage. Shen, pretty much all magic damage. The only one that's doing physical right now is the Darius, and maybe you want the healing reduction to stop him from healing up from his Q. But again, his Q, unless he times the auto attack to his Q perfectly, it's not even going to be affected by the Guru's Wounds because it's only a 1-second application, and his Q has a wind-up time. So he's really got to screw up if he gets hit by that Guru's Wounds from the Thornmail. So really don't like that itemization, and it's definitely hurting them right now because he could have finished an Adaptive Helm, which would help them a little bit in these fights.
Yeah. So pretty much at this point, it's just going to be if TPR can defend, but more than likely or not, the minute that Bliss finds a good engage, I'm pretty sure Amp should be able to win the next fight.
Yeah, it's definitely looking rough with Bliss and a Karsion just on the side, kind of threatening them. They can just run it down with a cannon minion that's baroned up. It's going to give them a lot of pressure onto these towers. This should be the wave that takes this one down. As again, they're just kind of threatening from the side, not actually committing to it. But now that the tower's gone, we might see something start happening.
Yeah, Tristana's kind of waiting to try to come in from the side. I'm not sure if he's just trying to look for a backline, possibly if Bliss does go in, but he's almost kind of by himself now as he just took a little bit of a chunk. One auto from Azir.
Yeah.
And half HP.
Azir is very strong right now, has finished that death cap. So much damage for him as now they're trying to find a fight. Amp is split up. They get the disdain onto Spoder. He's going to go pretty low, but he's full tank. The Fear Beyond Death does land. It gets the Fear onto Shen. Now he needs to start running. He's able to get the Shadow Dash. No, he does fall down. And their base, it is in shambles. There is Baron minions walking in. They just need to get back and try and defend.
Instead of walking. Like, they left their base open, and Gragas and Azir just kind of, like, walk through it to get that second inhib, and then...
That inhib was already down.
Or something.
Yeah, they lost nothing off this. They're going to lose the spot tower, which I think they would have anyways. That was actually a really good engage and play for them to try and find something. And they still have the Oriole. So here comes the Shockwave, but Gumbulls with the Zanya is going to stop it completely. A nice trample onto Karsion. He's still going to get pretty low as a shuffle. Going to land onto Prism. He might be able to find that kill, but this knock up there. Now Gumbulls with the Killer Instincts in. The tower is focusing him. There's a flash in from Viper. He finds the kill, the shutdown gold. And they are just slowly finding picks as Amp playing way too aggressive. And they save the tower. They get some kills, but their base is still dying.
Amp just stopped autoing the tower.
If they hadn't shown up, they would have lost the tower.
They gave up on the tower.
They saved the tower. Whether the tower should have gone down from that attempt or not, that's up for question. But they did save the tower.
It's like Amp was just like, nah, we don't want this tower. We're gonna just go for kills.
Yep.
Yeah, how many turrets are gone?
We are at 9 turrets down. They need to get 2 more?
2 more.
Did I say 10 and a half or 11 and a
2?
half?
I think it was.
I
I
said
think it was
12 and a
11 and a
half.
half. Oh, 12
It
and a
needs to
half.
go up to
Okay.
13. Which means with 4 towers left, all Amp has to do is take the rest of TPR's towers, and then it'll be over. But that's definitely not what's on the top of their mind with this Elder Dragon that just spawned. Probably the prime thing in their head. Mid inhib did just respawn. That'll be pretty decent for TPR in terms of what they can defend. But they need to stop this Elder. They cannot drop another Jector. Oh my god, and the red buff steal from Gummy. Oh wait, no, he wasn't even stealing. Azumi was the one that was taking it. He just gifted it over. But yeah, this Elder... This would be the one I want Viper to run over and try and int for, but he's not going to make it there nearly in time. So that is an Elder going over. We'll see if they can try and close out the game. Sonic needs to back off. They just took that Dragon. Why are you still clearing out this wave?
Yeah.
He's going to try and flash and disdain out, but Bliss not going to go in for that body slam. Doesn't want to commit too hard for it. They already got the summoner spells, which means when they do decide to go in, there will be no escape.
I honestly don't like the new animation for Randuins. The new animation isn't as cool.
I mean, it's just a item activation animation.
I know, but the older animation made it seem like a wave came out from whoever activated it. Now it's just like a weird circle.
Yeah, I suppose.
The other one looked cooler.
TPR. Try to do the final defense. They still don't have this top inhib, so they need to try and defend on multiple fronts. Top, try and save mid as well, because that inhib is exposed. They cleared out this wave, and TPR aren't going to stick, or Amp aren't going to stick around for it. But I still don't know if TPR can take this fight. This Elder is going to be on them for a little bit longer. Good damage onto Spoder, despite going mostly tank. Still taking a good chunk of damage. There is a finished, armor pen item for Prism, which will help him break through Bliss and Azumi and Spoder.
But it'll be a matter of if you can actually get the damage off on those 3 champions, as he does still have to worry about Kaisa and Azir trying to get on him. And even if he can break through Bliss, can Bliss still punish him for over-aggressing with the Drag Assault or the Body Slam?
Yep, and this is a game plan. Shove in bot, rotate mid, shove in bot, rotate mid. It's just going to keep going on. I think right now TPR, though, are doing a great job at stalling this out. Baron is up, which means Amp are just going to move down there. It is going to be more helpful for them for the siege than this Elder will, since they don't seem to feel comfortable trying to force out a fight right now. There is a ward here, meaning there is knowledge, English, knowledge here for TPR, but it is burning down really low. The Elder helping out with that. They might just have to take a full-on fight. It is gone. They're just going to completely disengage from it, knowing that maybe they don't want to fight a Baron and an Elder at once.
Yeah, they kind of second-guessed once they got into their blue side. They just immediately started backing off before it was even killed, so... Amp, I guess, just gonna reset before they make one final push. If they actually decide to make one final push. Or if Bliss is gonna continue to keep farming for some reason.
It's just what Bliss does, man. Like I was saying earlier. He's the kind of guy that's like, oh my god, you don't have 8 CS per minute.
This game anymore. This is like one of those moments like when you're screaming at your team.
End the game!
The game should be over by now.
Finish the Nexus!
He's not been done yet.
Go for the attack. Oh my god, that Void Seeker does so much damage. And he's gone for a really, really heavy AP build. He didn't go for the Banshee's all this time. He's got the Void Staff. He's got the Rabadons and then a little bit of an early ult. But the Sarima Shuffle actually doesn't finish it off. But the Ori ults on herself, and they are just burning down. There goes a Carcion Prism. Going to try and break through these tanks with all of his pen. The true damage, is it going to be enough? He's all by himself. The last bastion of hope for TPR. This is looking like it's going to be the reverse sweep from Amp. The killer instincts from Gummy Bowls. He finds the kill. And Amp, against all odds, they were down 0-2. They got Baron Soul from the twice, but they came back. They found the set, and they're going to be moving into the finals.
Unfortunate for 15 to miss that ulti, but the zero ult knocking him far enough away from his ball that the ball just reset like right when he started. Ulting himself in the process. Good job by Amp though, coming away with the win. Really good job by punishing TPR for the consistent mistakes that they were doing. I'm not sure like what was going on, but again, this game there was at least 3 or 4 over extensions that I can count that I saw just on the side, like really silly mistakes on the side of TPR
Yeah.
that could have been prevented.
33,000 damage for the Kaiser. Kind of low for a 40-minute game. Would expect maybe around the 38 to 40,000 damage mark. Still pretty
I'd
good,
expect
though.
more than that. I
But
expect like 50 out of a 40-minute game.
that is... That was one hell of a set. I'm tired. It's been about 5.5 hours just casting this set. I'm sure both the teams are tired. Really good job from TPR. They came out swinging 2-0. It was looking solid. The game was there. They were even doing pretty well in game 3. They tried making a Baron play. It didn't go their way, and the set just rolled over from there, right? Game 4, not a competition. Game 5, barely a competition. They had a couple of fights that went well, but it just was not what they were showing in games 1 and 2. And overall, it's been a pretty good season for TPR. It's going to be a shame to see them drop out of playoffs. Well, technically, they still get the third place match versus Rockport on Saturday, but still.
Yeah, and that'll be a nice kind of revenge match game because I believe TPR was one of Rockport's losses towards the end.
I do not believe so. TPR lost to Rockport both times.
Oh, they did?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they did.
I was not sure. I know they lost to Goo.
Yeah, just they lost to DOV, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
all respects paid. Hats off to TPR. Hell of a first season from you guys. Pretty good job. But let's start talking about the winners here. AMP, reverse sweep, technical 3-0, technical, more technically, 3-2, but they definitely fought for this set. They're moving into the finals. It'll be a pretty good one versus Battlecast. I'm excited for that. But what are you thinking for MVP in this set here? Or the game? Let's do the game first.
I'm honestly thinking Nezumi or Bliss. Nezumi and Bliss did a really good job. The ganks that Bliss was able to pull off, especially top and bot, really putting their bot lane ahead. And then even like the solo catches that Nezumi did on the couple roams he did mid, and then especially the one when Prism just barely overstepped and that taunt landing mid jump was really good. And Bliss also just doing a really great job overall, setting up his team, getting Carcione a few kills, putting him ahead, and then basically smashing top lane over and over again for overstepping. Really just kind of gave Amp the win.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention. How many turrets fell? Did they end up going through bot?
Yeah, they went through bot. They did go through bot because they killed the tier 2.
But did they get all the turrets down bot? They went through
don't
mid.
know
It
if
was
they got the
12.
bot
It was
lane
under?
in.
Okay. So it was under then.
Well, let's see. You can still view on the stats.
Everyone was telling me 12.
Tower is destroyed. 1, 5, 6, 7,
Where does it say towers destroyed?
10, 13. Oh, there was 13.
What?
Towers destroyed and miscellaneous, all the way at the bottom of stats.
1, 4.
Oh no, there wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're bad at math.
Never mind.
We discussed this.
No,
You can't be our math guy. You're lucky the stats don't require you to calculate anything other than seconds into decimals.
I saw him, but it was destroyed and thought that would talk.
All right.
My brain is fried. I don't care about trying. Shut up, everyone.
All right. Yeah, I can agree. I think Nezumi or Bliss both did really good this game. Gummies as well, 11-3 and 9, just did really well in the Kaiser again. Just absolutely popped off. But I think Bliss had a pretty fantastic game. Got a lot of really good ganks off. Constant control over the jungle. Never really had a moment where I went like, Bliss, what are you doing? So I would probably say Bliss for this game. But Set is a little bit harder to decide here.
Yes, sir.
Set, I'm leaning towards a Carcion or Gummy.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, a Carcion was huge every single game that they won.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The
Yeah, I
Anivia
guess we
game.
could go Christian.
He did really well. I don't remember what he
I
played
was gonna
last
say
game.
Carcion or Bliss.
I feel like Bliss struggled through most of the set, but
He did, but he was still doing really well for what he needed to do and the stuff that actually got them wins. Like the Zac game, like he got the picks off that he needed to do. The Trundle was probably really the only one that he actually like played terribly in.
well, also he dropped 2 Baron Smites that he should have never dropped.
Yeah,
Like
but that was
I have a hard time like taking every game into account, even the ones they lost. I have a hard time giving it to Bliss because they should have won game 2, and arguably they lost it because of him.
okay. Well, if there's one that I can agree on, it'd be a Carcion.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Carcion.
He did play well the entire set,
Yeah,
so his Anivia was very good. This year, pretty good. Not as good as Anivia, but still did very well.
yep, yeah. We'll go ahead and give it to Carcion. I'll see if he wants to come in here for an interview.
Technically, you did have a bad game.
Well,
Assuming.
yeah.
I think it was game two. It wasn't game two that one of the games he was in that they lost.
Yeah, I would say Nezumi underperformed this set for what we normally expect out of him.
BlissTrophyCase.com.
All right, we're going ahead and move Carcion in here. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How's it going?
My head hurts.
I can imagine it's been a long day.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know. I'm bad at interviews, and after that kind of set, like my brain is even more fried. So
Oh yeah.
bear with me here. On the bright side, we can actually hear you, so that's good. That was frustrating yesterday, but tell me about how you're feeling, man. How's it feel to get that reverse sweep?
Holy shit! It's the best goddamn feeling in the world. Right. I played a lot of competitive anything, but nothing feels better than getting. Obviously, it doesn't feel good to get dickered, but then to just come back, right, and freaking just make your opponent get tilted and fall off the face of the planet. Hell yeah!
Honestly, I feel like reverse sweeps are probably what give most teams like more energy because like while game fives are hard on everybody, it's like I feel like once you win that fourth game, especially after winning the other game, like you just get so hyped.
Yeah.
You know, like almost like kind of renews.
Yeah, definitely was pretty good for me. You had that just crazy pop off Anivia game. I don't remember what you played that other game.
I've played of the 5 series. I played Lux the
Oh yeah,
first
the Lux
time.
game. Yep.
Yeah.
It was Anivia then Lux, wasn't it? Yeah, because they started banning the Anivia.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, the Lux game went pretty okay. It wasn't. I don't think it was as big of a game as your Azir or your Anivia game.
It was pretty much wave clear mid and just wait for shit to happen.
Right.
I hate leaning into Zillion just because of that, because it's like you don't do anything to each other. You just sit there and look at each other.
Yeah, but you still managed to find more in the team fights than he did. Pretty good bindings. There was a couple times where you landed some surprise double bindings and really just started the fight snowball in your favor. But I mean, we'll ignore game one because no Nezumi means it was pretty much bound to be lost. I think Nezumi is one of your guys' top
And
players.
I misplayed heavy bad. I W'd when I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
So
but
I got 3 kills on me.
game two, you guys were winning pretty much the whole time. But what was going on there with those Barons?
Shout out to Bliss for best smiter in 3-0.
Did he forget that he had a smite button? Or
I think his brain just shut off for a second.
that's fair, twice
For
in a
a
row.
second,
But like,
he lost two.
well,
2 seconds.
well, were the comms fine? Did anything happen there? Like,
Comms were fine. It was just shit happens. Like it's a high pressure situation, right? I used to jungle for other leagues, so it's like I get the pressure,
right?
right? Especially because honestly, this season jungle is the most complex it's ever been. It's like such a game. It's become an even bigger game of chess. Because
Yeah.
I played jungle right when Warwick was super OP'd, and that was when it was super easy. You do a 3 clear and then you just gank.
Right.
Now it's just like, well, fuck it.
Well, this is, I think, our first time interviewing you.
Yep,
I
because
believe so. You've only been
I
playing
joined
since like week 8 or so.
roughly.
Yeah, around then. So fairly new. I mean, how do you feel about most of the mid laners in the league that you've
I
played
don't know
against at least?
anybody. I know a couple from other leagues, like
Sure.
Spike. I've played against Spike. I've played against before, and I know Blue Edit pretty well. He's actually a pal of mine.
Okay.
And the others, like no names stuck to my head. Right, I'll give respect for 15 for playing a good assassin, but please don't play mages. Please don't. Please never touch Oriana again.
Oh.
Or if you do, play 20 games, because that made me sad. And I'm not even that good of an Oriana.
All right.
Yeah, Oriana definitely takes a lot of games to be proficient on.
Like
It's a hard
literally, I've
champion.
never. I'm just gonna rip on him for a little bit. I've
I
never seen
mean,
an
try
Oriana
to
that
try to
plays
keep the
so
BM out of
chill.
the interview, man. BM and
Okay.
curse words. Like, we try to keep this all friendly and not mean.
Well, it's just a tip. Just one tip: poke more, because you don't get minion aggro from your Q. So poke with your Q. It's super big. Right? All I gotta say, especially in a lane like Azir where I want to farm, he just let me farm. Either way, sorry. I'm used to other leagues where they feed the BM.
We like
I come
being
from.
well behaved here. Well,
Is a reason we're not.
This is why everyone hates Amp and Mayo.
did you expect to get the Azir at all? Were you surprised when they left it up, or because I know that is like your kind of signature pick?
Hell yeah. I was a bit surprised. I thought they were gonna like just toss the ban on it at the end, like, okay, he has counter pick. Right.
Right.
But I don't know, maybe they were expecting me to pick something else.
Possibly. That's
Right.
hard.
Maybe like or something.
Like
Hard
everybody expects Slash Andy to not
to
pick
not pick
Bard
Bard. You
or
think if we
Thresh
leave up Bard, he won't grab it?
or Thresh.
Hard to say. Um, well, next week, Sunday, finals, you're going to be up against Battlecast. I don't know if you follow your own league much that you play in, so I don't know if you know much about Battlecast, but I mean, how are you feeling going into the finals, especially after maybe the surprise necessary reverse sweep from you guys?
Pressure's on, 100%.
It
I'm
is
as much as I like to shit talk. I never underestimate an opponent. I've learned that heartily from playing football and getting rocked more than once.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to expect it to be easy, and I hope it's not easy. Honestly, right? Tough games always feel better to win, especially championships. I'm hoping for a big spectacle.
oh,
Right?
especially
I'll be honest. I don't know a
your
lot about the
champion.
league.
Sorry,
Right?
especially since this year too. It's like two teams where it's like we haven't seen yet, and they're new to the league too.
Yeah.
So it's not any returning champions from the first season.
Considering there's only one possible returning champion. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you can count everybody from Vex
Yeah.
as kind of champion.
Well, I mean, Vex fell in semis. You may maybe look at DOV and see, well, DOV fell in quarters as well. And say it's definitely a very different season than it was last season.
Oh yeah, it's nuts how stuff can change from season to season. And
Oh yeah,
another league I was part of, it was like that. And as much as I was going against it earlier, big props for keeping the BM down overall. Right, I've seen leagues that just fall apart because of it.
yeah. Well, definitely excited to see that matchup. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. Bubble Boy into Bliss should be fun. I think the bot lane is gonna be huge. Vey and Azumi versus King D, and then I mean,
Oh,
Business Trooper got voted the best mid laner in the league, so we're gonna have to see what you can do against him there, and just see how that whole matchup goes. I'm super excited for it. You sound like you're stoked, but at the same time, not
hell yeah,
not
dude.
not too maybe overconfident. I think you sound like you feel like you got a good shot, but not overconfident, which is always good. So it's gonna be a great finals. Definitely excited to see y'all play. And
Appreciate the interview, boys.
yeah, we're gonna. I'll see you next week, and yeah, good luck.
Yepper. Have a good one.
All right. Well, that went interestingly.
I get food yet?
Say what? Yeah, get out here.
Yeah,
Leave my presence.
I get food.
All right, guys. Start doing this giveaway. Tickets are half price. Tickets are 50 points. If you're not topping up on tickets, you're doing something wrong. So get your 30 tickets. You can get a maximum of 30 today. So get your tickets. Get them now. It's going to be a skin giveaway. Tell you what. How many? It's not just going to be a skin giveaway. It's going to be an expensive skin giveaway. I'll do the how much does it cost? $7.90. Yep. I'll do the big chest today. So get your tickets. Buy them now. Buy them now. We don't want Prism to win.
Yeah, Prism, who somehow bets everything and still somehow has everything.
Hey man, he watches a lot.
Even when he's not watching, it's like, how do you get that much? I'm sub 2 and I never get that much.
I'm sorry, Prism. When you won like 4 times in a row, it just lasts.
It just boggles my mind that you just always have enough to buy max tickets.
Hey man, he plays the game well. Definitely get your tickets. Like I said, there are only 50 points today each. You can buy 30 of them. That is very cheap compared to normal. Very, very cheap. In fact, let's see what the calculator says that would cost. Because I can't do that mentally right now because I'm tired. That is 30 times 50. That's only 1,500 points. Pretty much everybody should have enough. I'm going to close this at 16 elapsed. So get your tickets now before I close it on you. Why are you not getting food?
Because I saw Scooter's motto, and I wasn't sure how long it's been like that, and I just thought it was funny, and I just messaged Izumi saying, hey, if you haven't noticed Scooter's motto yet.
Mm. All right, and I am closing it. We're closed, and it is time to draw. See who's gonna win, and it's Andy. / Andy winning the skin.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Not Prism? Wow.
What is that? No.
Wait, why am I being told to fuck off? What happened? What did I do?
That's a boring skin.
Izumi! What happened? What did I do?
Nifty enough. Kind of a boring skin though. But congrats, Andy, on winning the skin. I'm gonna shut the stream down because I am tired. It's been a long day. We'll see you next week for the third place match on Saturday, and then the finals on Sunday. Both of them should be pretty fun. I'm gonna be excited for them. I'm sure DHJ's excited.
I'm more excited for the finals.
Me too. Third place matches are never as fun, so
Yeah.
I'll be there. I can't say I'm gonna be hyped, just because again, I'm gonna be half dead,
We
and
just
just
have
like, eh.
guest casters, and we'll just sit in there like to make sure that we don't screw up.
Yeah, I'll try to breathe
If
the
we're-
energy. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired as hell. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. So I'll talk to you guys later. And until next week, yeah, have a good one.